Hey guys, so today we're going to be talking about Source 5. I hope that you were able to find it on Canvas and that we can just discuss it. It's going to be a quick live stream today. I actually have a doctor's appointment and another meeting with teachers. So just going to talk about Source 5 today, and if you have any questions about Source 4, since we went over that very quickly on Monday. So let's start out with our chart here. I know, again, it's backwards, but it's the same chart that you have. We had Source 1, Lippmann. Yes, they were cool with Japanese internment camps. Then we have our quote. Again, I sent this to everyone that has me on Remind. So if you do not have me on Remind, then I can link my Reminds. I'm going to do that right now, actually. Link my Remind. How do I do that? 8th grade social studies. No. Okay, 8th grade social studies. Then, add people. Share a link. Here we go. Copy link. Okay. Let me come over here to YouTube Live. If you don't have me on Remind, there's my Remind. Hey, Basma. Okay, so again, I sent this through Remind. I'm going to keep sending an updated picture of it on Remind so that you can add it to your notes, and that can help you when we create the paragraph, probably not next week. I'm going to give you more time with sources next week, but the week after that, we're probably going to do some Zoom meetings. So if you don't have that app yet on your phone, please download Zoom so that we can have one-on-ones to write that paragraph if you need them. Okay, so first one, yes, they supported the Japanese internment camps. Source 2, yes, supported Japanese internment camps. Source 3, the cartoon, yes, supported the Japanese internment camps. Source 4, yes, supported the Japanese internment camps. So I did not write a direct quote from Source 4. So if someone could, that's in here. So who is in here? I only know that Basma has said hi to me, but there are 4 people here. So if other people that are in this live could just let me know that you're here, it helps you and it helps me. It helps you because you get extra points for being here, and it helps me because I know who to give extra points to, as well as to shout you out when I have my teacher meeting right after this. So who else is in this live right now? Hey, Ariana. Hey, Elijah. Okay, awesome. So some new people, at least I think Ariana is new anyways. Is this your first live, Ariana? Elijah, I'm calling you James from now on. Got it. Okay. So Source 4 from Monday. Did anyone find a quote from Source 4 that we want to add to this chart to help the rest of your peers and just to add it to the chart so I can send it out to everybody in the Remind text, and then we'll get right to Source 5. Source 5 is super short, and like I said, this live is not going to be as long as normal because it's just a super short source today. So anyone have, hey Majida, anyone have a quote from Source 4 that they want to share out? Again, when you share out information like this, you receive even more points and even more opportunities to be put in a raffle. Ms. Faircloth has been asking all teachers who has been active in their lives, on their Canvas, who is still doing school the way that they're supposed to be doing school. And those people that are actually still, participating in school are going to be put into a raffle where she's going to give out gift cards to like Amazon, as well as restaurants that you could order from, those kinds of things. So don't think you're just doing this for nothing. You're never just doing it for nothing because it's helping your education. But you're also, there's intrinsic or extrinsic awards as well for you participating. So again, James, Basma, Ariana, or Majida, would you please share out a quote from Source 4 that proves that they actually did support Japanese internment camps? Anyone? In the first paragraph, yes, we talked about the first paragraph last time, and we mentioned that it was in the first paragraph. Right in the first paragraph, it says Japanese leaders in California who are counseling their people, both aliens and native-born, to cooperate with the Army in carrying out evacuation plans, are offering the best possible way for Japanese to demonstrate their loyalty to the United States. So, Army carrying out evacuation plans. Because if they're evacuating, they are not being given that fair, equal chance. They're being told they have to leave. Even if they are supporting, they're still saying, okay, I understand you're loyal to the United States, but you still got to leave because we still have to take caution. Hey, Miss Newsom. So, again, it's in source 4, paragraph 1, and it's Army carrying out evacuation plans. And as always, I save all of the comments from the lives so you can come into the live and find the answer there. If you do not have, hey Mary Ellis, if you do not have me on Remind, but I did drop my Remind link in these live comments. So if you, for some reason, still don't have me on Remind, I would definitely recommend adding me on Remind because I am just sending out notifications as to when I do these lives and what assignments you need to be looking for on Canvas. If you're not actively checking Canvas, I just let you know when I've put things up. Okay, so on to source 5 for today. How many of you have read source 5? Please give me a thumbs up in the comments if you have already read source 5. It is a short source. I'm hoping that you have read it. Let me know if you've at least read it. You might not have understood it, which is why we're doing these lives, but tell me if you've read it. Cool, so Mary Ellis has read it. If you haven't read it, just say no in the comments. More people have joined as well, so if you could just let me know you're here. Again, it gives you credit for being here. So just let me know if you're in this live so I can give you credit. Cool, Ariana has read it. Waiting for Elijah, otherwise known as James, Majida, and Basma's answer. Awesome, Basma has read it. Elijah, what about you and Majida? Have you read it? Okay, James has not read it. So if you could get your packet though, so that you can follow along with us when we're finding answers, I'd appreciate that. Or have, okay, cool. I'm just waiting on Majida. I don't know if she's still in here. Okay, so those of you who read it, as always, I'm going to ask you to be my teacher's assistants and just share out whether or not you believe that this source supports evacuation or it supports Japanese being able to stay in their homes. So is it saying that we need them to leave or that they should have the choice to stay? So let me know what you think. Is it a yes for evacuation or a no for evacuation? And then we'll go into actual evidence in the document. So a yes or a no. Write a yes or a no in the comments for me. You're saying that they should leave. So it's another yes in here, supporting the claim that Japanese need to evacuate, Mary Alice. Just waiting for some more people's feedback before we move on and talk about it. Don't be shy. If you think you're unsure, you don't even know. Okay. No, you think it's a no, that they shouldn't have to leave Majida. So we've got a yes and a no. We've got a no from Basma. So 2 no's and a yes. Elijah, why don't you skim it real quick while we're waiting? A no from Ariana. So we got 3-1 here. We're on source 5. Source 4 was a yes. We went over that. So we're on to source 5 right now. Trying to figure out if we have another support for evacuation or one for not supporting. Okay. Mary Ellis, you think no. Okay, so we have the majority of people saying no. I agree with the no. So this source finally has a different opinion. So we have a different point of view or a different opinion. So source 5 is our first major different point of view. Okay, so their point of view, so source 5 is no, they should not have to evacuate. Okay, so it's a really short source. Can someone go and try and pull some evidence for me telling me why they believe they should not have to evacuate? What's something that source 5 says is the reason why Japanese people should not have to evacuate? Napoleon, stop. Sorry, my dogs are really annoying today. You didn't read it? It's cool. Just go and find it and look over the source. I know you have the paper packet. It's really short. It'll take you no time to read and try and find an answer. I'm just going to wait for someone to share the evidence just so I can give the maximum amount of credit to people that are trying here in the live instead of me just giving an answer. Okay, because the government is not forcing them to. Okay, so can you give me a direct quote? I'm not saying you're wrong. I just want a direct quote from the source. Because you are right, but I want the direct quote. Again, if you popped in, please just let me know who you are so I can give you credit for being in this live because I can't see who's actually in the live. Okay, the last paragraph. In the last paragraph, source 5. Let's see. Well, there's only one paragraph. So, last line, you mean? The government has control of these activities and these elements. At no time, however, will the government engage in a wholesale condemnation of an alien group. Yes, the last line in the only paragraph there is. Okay, so that's our evidence. So the government has control of activities of these elements. At no time, however, will the government engage in wholesale condemnation of an alien group. So what is the alien group that they're talking about? I'm sorry, my voice is off. Alien group equals what group of people have we been discussing? So, not corona. I don't have corona. Thanks, Elijah. Okay, so will the government engage in... Okay, at no time will the government engage in wholesale condemnation of any alien group. Okay, yes, the Japanese people, exactly. So the alien group equals Japanese Americans. Now, condemnation. What does condemnation mean? I think I do need some hot tea, you're right. Okay, condemnation. The expression of very strong disapproval. So the government disapproves of completely alienating one group of people, that group of people being the Japanese Americans during this time period. So we know what time period is it from the TACO document that we did on Monday. What time period are we studying right now? What's going on? What big event is going on during this time? Why we're putting Japanese Americans in internment camps? Very strong disapproval, exactly. What time period is this, though? World War II. Hey, Jalia. Okay, so World War II is the time period that we're discussing. So during World War II, the United States decided that some people, 1930s into the 1940s, so late 1930s into 1940s, exactly. So the first four sources that we talked about said that we should, for safety reasons, we should put Japanese Americans into internment camps. Now we have our most recent source 5, first source, different point of view, saying that that is not something that we will do. We will not be putting Japanese Americans into internment camps. And we have our quote, which I dropped, saying, at no time will the government engage in wholesale condemnation of any alien group. And we know condemnation is disapproval of any specific type of people. And in this case, the type of people are Japanese Americans. Okay. Stop. Both of you. Go in your cages. Go. Sorry, my dogs are crazy. So basically I said this was going to be a short live stream, and it is because we only had the one source to really go over. If you have any questions, again, ask me through Remind or drop a question in this YouTube live feed, and I can try and get back to you through Remind or through the live feed if you get it to me in like the next minute. I just want to have a few announcements here on Canvas. All of these sources are on Canvas. I'm not seeing as much activity from everyone. Elijah, stop. As I want on Canvas. So if you know someone that has been doing their Canvas work for another subject but not mine, just tell them to jump over there and try and get some of my assignments done. I'm only putting like 1 or 2 sources up a week. If you are having a hard time, yeah, I will, Miss Newsom, definitely. If you're having a hard time with any of these sources, check back to my YouTube videos and all of the answers are there. Basically, all of the answers are in the YouTube videos, and then you can just come right into Canvas and just give me the answers based off of that. Really not anything too difficult here. It's pretty much just like classwork. And then the, no, Ponce didn't join today. The final assignment will be a paragraph just discussing your claim, whether or not you believe that the majority of people wanted Japanese Americans into internment camps or did not, based on the sources that we are discussing in these YouTube lives. So once we get to that paragraph point, like I was saying earlier, I will be having individual Zoom conferences with anyone that feels like they need help writing the paragraph. I'll come on live for like just overall questions for everyone with the paragraph, but I feel like more individualized Zoom meetings will work better for that. So again, this is like classwork that we've been doing, and you've been getting the answers to the YouTube live videos. but eventually you're going to produce a paragraph where you tell me which claim stance you're taking, whether or not you think the majority of sources are saying that Japanese Americans should go into internment camps, or that the majority of sources are saying that they should not. So just let me know if you think you're going to be one of the people that need help with your paragraph, and I can help you. I know that Ms. Smith can help as well as Ms. Newsom if you have either of them in your corner. But I'm also available to Zoom with you to help you out with any paragraph work. But again, we're not there yet. We're just on source 5, which again was our first different point of view, saying that no, we should not put Japanese in internment camps. We still have source 6, 7, and 8. So we'll be looking at those sources next week. So if there's no other questions, I'm going to log off this live. If you have any questions you don't want to post in the live chat, then just send me a message on Remind. Okay, so that's it for today. Have a great day.